And we are on. We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute late. We would have been 0 minutes late if I remember. I have to turn on the streaming, then turn on the thing that moves the stream out to all of your faces.
Lovely faces.
Lovely, lovely faces. Hello, Jane. First one in his house tonight. Welcome. Oh,
Hi, guys.
Sounds a little bit persnickety today. Then did that shit.
What's muted?
There.
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
Nothing is muted.
Hey, Jenna, nice to see you.
Brian Kane, hello, sir. Hello,
hey,
everyone.
Brian Kane.
Sean, good evening, sir.
Sean, nice to see you.
Is it
Smorg,
evening
nice
or
to
afternoon?
see you.
It's 6 o'clock. Is it evening or afternoon?
It depends. Like for Sean, it's definitely evening.
Right. Nelzone. Well, he said good afternoon. Jason, Kim, Brittany. Hello, everyone. Look at all of your fantastic smiling avatars. David Kiefer, how are you, sir? Welcome.
Hello, pals.
Welcome. I think I said hi to Jason Reed. I'm not sure. All right. Hello, Howard from Oregon. I want you guys to take a look at our opening banner here today. I'm quite impressed. Number one, No Mercy, one of the greatest characters of all time. The fact that he lost that last fight was bunk. He should have won. And then if you take a look at my amazing bobsled graphic. The guy in the back.
There is a little COVID in there. Oh, that's lovely.
The guy in the back has COVID head. He is COVID head. Bruce Press, I'm glad you're here. Please stay for the whole show, Bruce.
Hey, Jude, nice to see you.
Dennis, how are you, sir? All right, baby girl, you ready to go live?
I sure am.
3, 2, 1, and hello, everyone. Welcome to Captain Kangaroo. This is the episode where the captain loses a toe to gangrene because he has a dachshund that eats him when he falls asleep.
I thought those were King Charles Spaniels that ate toes.
I think a lot of dogs will do it. They're just trying to help you out.
Well, that was that news story that somebody who was diabetic and had like sensory problems feeling their toes and stuff. Their toes were getting necrotic and gangrenous.
Yep.
And their King Charles Spaniel nibbled the toes off. I would be like,
good boy. Good boy.
But how do you
or
not
good
know?
girl? I don't know. Good girl.
How do you not notice King eating up your little toes?
Well, he'd had a lot of booze. That's what had happened. A lot of booze went down, and that's how things went. Ladies and gentlemen, oh shoot, we forgot to go over our stuff.
We'll do it on camera. We'll do it live.
Okay, we do this for all you guys. Smile and have fun. That's a mission statement of ours. And since we're not in corporate rolling, for now and then we have a mission statement. All problems, personal or technical, because we are married, and sometimes things, with a marriage, we will solve all problems, personal or technical, after the show. When the curtain goes up, we're on camera. So I guess we were on camera before the curtain went up. Last thing is mutual adorations and smooch. I think you look fantastic today, and your drinks are amazing.
I think you're cute as a button, and I like your beard trim.
Oh. There we go. Now we're ready for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I may have said this before from time to time, but it is possible this could be the best show we've ever done, if not the best show in the history of mankind. We are going to talk about our SIGLERin tale in just a second. We've got huge controversy in the GSMOAT.
Controversy.
That moat full of Belgians is full of controversy. All we can say is Facebook is wonky sometimes, and we're going to get into that. And what else we got going on today? Today is the International Day of Democracy. Mm-hmm. Tell them what that is, baby.
So around the world, there are currently 4 countries that do not consider themselves democratic. But the rest of the countries in the world celebrate this. It's a UN holiday, and it's celebrating the idea that government is, come share with me, is a government that is of the people, by the people, for the people kind of thing. So you can find a lot more out if you need to by going to dayofdemocracy.org or the UN. We'll tell you more about it. But there's always a quest to see what one can do for the Day of the Week celebration.
Yes, that is our Day of the Week celebration, the Day of Democracy. Let's hope we get to continue celebrating the Day of Democracy. Other content, Story Smack. We Story Smacked episode 42. We Story Smacked the movie 42. We should have done 42 for 42. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it was.
So we did Story Smack, the Jackie Robinson story. You can still see that over at facebook.com/Scott Sigler. You can see it at youtube.com/Scott Sigler, and you can still see it at twitch.tv/Scott Sigler. Wherever you're watching it now, unless you're on Periscope, it should be there for you. And it was super fun, and we're going to strip out the audio and put that in the podcast feed in the very near future. And coming up, what's the next one, babe?
I'm going to look it up because I always get it wrong.
Okay.
We are going to watch this sometime before, not Saturday, but the following Saturday. We're going to watch The Gamers. I lost it again. Hands of Fate. And that is the follow-on to Dorkness Rising, which was the first live Story Smack that we did on Twitch and wherever you're watching this now. And so we'll do that, not like I said, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. And then in the meantime, probably this weekend or sometime soon, we'll drop Spaceballs into the audio feed.
We're still behind on a couple of Story Smacks. So in the meantime, in the in-between time, we will get to that. I had something else I wanted to say. Oh, yes, of course.
Our Sig Locktail?
Our Sig Locktail. Here it is.
So this is a traditional daiquiri. I put ice in ours because it's 1 billion degrees here. Normally they go into a coupe glass or a Nick and Nora glass or a stemmed glass. But it's 1 billion degrees here, so, and full of smoke and fire. So I added ice. But this is a traditional daiquiri created in Cuba. If you are drinking the Hemingway variation, that will have an ounce more rum, a little bit more lime juice, and half an ounce of grapefruit juice. And legend has it that Hemingway once drank 16 of those in one night at the restaurant that created this drink.
He was a manly man, full of manly things.
More power to him.
Also, the amount of havoc that would wreak on one's bladder and one's kidneys is
that's just what I'm saying.
Quite
liver.
Spectacular.
Also liver.
He knew his liver wasn't going to be around for the long run. He didn't care. He's like, I'm not going to make it to 80. Who gives a crap? How old did he live to? Hopefully, it wasn't 80. I mean,
definitely
that came out wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he took that into his own hands. So I'm not exactly sure how old he was, but he probably was like, you know what? I'm not getting cirrhosis.
Yeah, that came out wrong. I don't want anybody to think that one of the jewels of American literature. I was like, I hope you don't make it to 80, Hemingway, you son of a bitch. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
My mama is in the chat room, you guys. Marianne Radowski is the one, the only. My mom, Jude's mom, and I call her Zippy.
Fabulous.
She is. She's in the chat room, and I'm super excited to see you out there.
Isn't that? Look at this. Look at this, Mazep. Check it out. That's the A cam.
Yeah.
This is the Scott cam and the us cam. They're both us cams.
So a couple of things. One, oh my goodness, Mom. I think I've ever seen you drink in my entire life is Bailey's Irish Cream. So that's nice to know that you used to love a daiquiri. And two, Samorg, if you can't drink rum anymore, if that's not for you, almost all of these drinks can be made with vodka instead that I've made so far this month. The next two are going to get a little more complex. You could probably make them with vodka, but don't worry about it because we're going to move, I think, to whiskey next month maybe.
We're going to go over the controversy. We're going to go over the controversy real quick, and then we're going to talk about Siglebrations. We have a very special Sigleration.
My goodness, you guys.
We're going to cover this a little bit more when we get into the GSMOAT, that giant moat full of sports movies. There was problems. We have a lot of problems with Facebook. Facebook shows...
Oh, wait, should we do Siglebrations first or no?
No, we're going to do that right
that's
now.
Okay, good.
Facebook will show one set of things to one person, another set of things to another person. Usually, we are co-managers of the page, co-admins of the page.
Yeah.
Usually, we see the same stuff, but A was logged on as A and didn't see a lot of the comments. That means Thursday's matchup, the results were incorrect.
They were incorrect. And I have to say, we are so lucky to have you guys out there, and we're so lucky to have really dedicated friends of ours. Nelson is the one who pointed this out. I'm not sure if he is in the chat room. He is.
Yep.
Thank you so much, because he was also so lovely. He wrote an email that was like, okay, I'm just saying I might be nitpicking, but he was absolutely right. It was what was crazy about it is when I counted them up, I gave the results to Scott, and Scott was like, wait a minute, we had like 100 votes.
This is too few votes.
It just doesn't feel right. And I was like, all right, but I counted them. I mean, I do it very precisely. And he was like, all right, we'll run with it. And so when Nelson emailed, I was like, thank you so much. Let me look into it. I will tell you that I recounted Friday's votes. I recounted them. I can't even tell you how many times.
Votes, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Thursday's votes.
You said like 20.
No. I can't tell you how many times I recounted them. But once I started to get a consistent count, I was like, all right, so from now on, I have to be signed in as an admin, doing the admin thing, because I think I don't use Facebook very, very much. So I think I'm rate limited, and I also, Facebook is kind of a quagmire, so I also have blocked a whole bunch of people. I don't think anybody who would have voted, but anyway, I recounted, once I found a trend, I recounted those 20 times. So I'm pretty confident about Thursday's vote now, but it means the longest yard one, not the
longest
natural.
yard one. If we go to the matchups, this was the contest that we had, ladies and gentlemen, and I think there we are. And the score was, do you remember what it was, baby girl?
Nelson told me it was 19 to...
No, we're going to go by your score, just in case.
Oh, of this one?
Yeah, it was 51 to 30. So the longest yard one going away. This has huge, huge ramifications for the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to look at the leaderboard in a minute, but we had, I'll tell you what this did. The havoc that this wreaked, and it was a lot of havoc, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Look at this. We had Game of Mao is now back to number one. Clear number one. What sucks is COVID Jeff was number one, along with Bad News Bears was robbed and Classic High Stick Fun. And now Bad News Bear, COVID Jeff is down to number 21 because he had Field of Dreams as one of his final four picks. And then Bad News Bears was robbed and Classic High Stick Fun fall from number 1 to number 12. Game of Out back in the running. We're going to go over all the details of that when we come back to the GSMOAT, which is coming up right after this. Mm-hmm. But first of all, SIGLERations. We have a very special SIGLERation. AK, you may have to, you get to announce this, but you may have to lean over because I have a special graphic lined up. We caught some footage. Thank you. Yeah. We caught some footage of Mr. Bruce Press.
You guys, we made such a big mistake last week. We forgot to celebrate the Bruce Press.
But it's okay. It's okay, because apparently Bruce Press has been going to some NBA games and getting some great, great footage of him on the sidelines. So, what are we celebrating today? Is it
September 11th was Bruce Press's birthday.
Bruce Press's birthday. Let's take a look.
I'm so upset that I forgot to celebrate.
Let's take a look at our very own Snoop Dogg of photography, Mr. Bruce Press. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, celebrating on the sidelines of a Golden State Warriors game. Sipping on his gin and juice. He's looking real good. Doesn't he look good?
Oh, he always looks good.
Look at him. Look at him. Bruce Press. That's right. Happy birthday, Bruce.
Happy birthday, Bruce Press. So sorry that we didn't say happy birthday the first time. We missed it, and we shouldn't have.
I think you look great, Bruce. You look fantastic. Well done. Have a gin and juice for us, ladies and gentlemen. And now we go back.
We have a couple of other ones, too.
Hit me. Happy girl.
So we have... I think, Dirk, you're out there. Our friend from the Netherlands, Dirk.
Oh, Dirk.
He sent in a really lovely, especially in this crazy time in the universe, or on Earth, celebration. He had a little burnout at his job sometime last year, and this past week he did his entire work week fully back at work again after having a little burnout and having to take some time and everything else. And he's really happy to celebrate that. And in this crazy lockdown, I want to celebrate with you because this is a huge thing. Being motivated and productive and all that stuff is really hard. You and I talk about it a lot because I struggle with it a lot in lockdown. So I know that wasn't lockdown related, but 3 cheers to you. Congratulations.
3 cheers. 3 cheers. Real quick, Mario's sister Amy has a birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, Amy. Today is Mr. Brian Kane's birthday.
Brian
Kane, know you're out there.
What's up? Brian Kane gets Brian Kane.
We're raising our glass
happy
to
birthday
you. To you guys.
Happy birthday
to you guys.
Happy birthday, Mr. Brian Kane. You got my dad, Booster Rooney, but you won't get me. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
And many more. And we have one more celebration.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that she won't see it till tomorrow because I think she's half a world away.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations, Senior Chief.
Senior Chief,
well
Robin
done.
Taylor.
Robin Taylor absolutely had a wonderful promotion.
Fabulous.
And congratulations, Senior. So proud of you. And thank you so much for your service.
Longtime friend of the show, longtime junkie, longtime Siglerism convert. We appreciate your service so much, especially in these difficult times. Congratulations on the promotion, and thank you very much. And we'll see you when you get back. I'm sure, whenever, someday.
Someday.
Content item number 1, ladies and gentlemen, we've promised you nothing but fun and glorious good times on this show. And what is a better good time than our 2 dogs that have a horrible case of diarrhea? I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything more exciting than that. And we call this our pup date. We share a picture of our dogs with you.
It's our pup date.
Every stinking episode. Yeah, we do gotta.
Because I just want to go, it's a pup date. And we have pup dates.
I think we need to do some death metal. It's a pup
date.
Pup date. Pup date. Here are our lovely, lovely girls. There they are.
That was on Galentine's Day.
Galentine's Day.
That was February 13th of this year. They set up a little celebration.
I love them so stinking much.
For me on Galentine's Day, and then the next night for their papa on Valentine's Day. They got cupcakes and stuff like that. So yeah, they are both. I know you guys, unfortunately, were here with us when I had to break protocol and tell all y'all that it was very stinky in this room.
Oh my God. We found out why.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a bug.
Apparently, the 2 of them shared different portion sizes of a rotting pigeon, would be my best guess. Squeaks ate the lion's share, and she's smaller, so the exponential multiplier, for those of you who don't know that I have a PhD in math, the exponential multiplier said she would get diarrhea sooner and much harder and much stinkier. So the little one got it. And then the big one now is she's out there doing the Hershey Shuffle outside a lot, doing a lot of walks. It's very unfortunate. I know that's a lot of detail, but darn it, our dogs are cute and we love them to death, and they are tied for best dog in the world.
And I'll tell you guys, I have... because Scott is finishing a deadline, I have asked to be the one who gets up and walks them in the middle of the night. And Scott is not very happy about that, but has agreed to let me do that. Or at least let me do that with Squeaky, who's ostensibly my dog. It's going to be a couple more nights now because Squeaky's on the mend, but Reese is actually just getting sick. But I've learned a lot. And anybody out there who's in the chat room now who has a child... Oh my goodness gracious, congratulations.
We've never had
You're
kids.
Amazing. Because you're absolutely amazing. I don't even know how you're doing it because, oh my goodness, I'm so tired.
All I know is
tired.
If we had children, there's 3 things that would happen. Number 1, a Velcro wall. Number 2,
fair,
a Velcro jumper with a hole in the butt. Number 3, a trough underneath the Velcro wall. So when I want to go to sleep, I would pick up my child, put him or her, or they put him against the wall and be like, good night, put in my earplugs, see you in the morning. Whatever business they want to take care of, they can take care of that business. And the trough? What do you call that? Trough. The trough.
It's a trough.
It's a trough.
There's not a trough.
I don't know. But I'm telling you, I think when I write my book on child rearing, it's going to be huge bestseller because the stuff you read is going to be probably not very good advice.
Any one of you who can hear our voices who have raised or attempted to raise or temporarily raising children, I raise my glass to you
so
because
here's you, Zip.
My goodness,
if you're still
Zippy,
watching,
I'm so grateful that you put up with us.
Talk about dog poop and diarrhea in the Hershey Shuffle.
And
there
you know,
go.
I see all the time, Sherry, I know you're in the chat room. I see Sherry post pictures, like throwback pictures from like 5 years ago, you know, that time hop thing, saying, oh, they were so cute and lovely. And I'm like, they definitely got cooties. You literally spent many sleepless nights. How do you do this?
I don't know.
I'm dying.
Velcro suit, and then if they're too stinky, a slingshot to feed them. I'm not gonna shoot hard candies at their face, right? I'm not a savage. What I'm gonna do is like, soft stuff like mushed up skinless grapes or pudding. Put some pudding in a slingshot.
Oh, for kids. That's fine.
Yeah,
kids can have.
You get some of that baby food, you get a little cup and a slingshot, and you just shoo, and then it'll right down the mouth. Great. Perfect. If they do choke, broomstick right in the belly. Broomstick in the belly.
You know that thing? You do that with your friends where they have popcorn and you're like, We'll just train them to do that.
Look, if the kid's hungry enough, they're going to be like, like Kevin Hart's kids.
You can tell I'm a little strung out and tired and pasty.
And as tired as she is, she's still contributing to the cause of getting you guys your books because she has insisted that since I'm writing all day, she gets up in the night, takes care of the stinky puppies, doing the Hershey Shuffle. And then when I get up to write, I have the dogs and she can go back to bed. So it's it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Sherry just chimed in and said, oh, so many cooties. You guys, I am sorry that I broke protocol and talked about the stinky dog, but at least now you guys get to see this. Yeah.
Thank you, Rob. Rob Otto suggested a name for my children's book called Sigler's Children's Book. V is for Velcro. T is for trough, question mark. I have a hard time with the OUGH. It doesn't work for me. Like slough, like skin sloughing off, which of course every horror writer in the world has talked about skin sloughing off, which I talked about in Contagious. But I've always seen it as slogga, skin slogging off. And that's not how it's...
Which is the one? So, there's witches, there's dragons, there's warlocks, there's demons. I did it wrong again. For some reason, you say the word, the last one.
Demon. Demon. She puts a D on the end.
And even when I'm thinking about it and trying not to, I put a stinking D on the end. Let me try. Demon.
No, you did. You did. You actually did right.
But I almost said the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hang on. Demon.
That's right. That's right, baby. You're killing it. So usually A talks about demons. And if she's drunk enough, I'll just keep egging her on. Like, what kind of creature? What kind of creature was that again? Oh, it was a demon. I'm like, this is
demon,
so good.
Yeah. And you know what? I grew up in New York, and I have a theater degree. And for a long time, you could absolutely tell that I was a New Yorker. And so I took some diction classes. And now you can only tell that I'm a New Yorker when I'm tired or drinking, because all the double vowels like daughter and water come out.
Daughter.
Yeah.
I think people are liking the idea of this, me writing a child rearing book, baby.
You do not, one, you don't write a child rearing book if you don't have children, and two, you have deadlines to finish.
When the deadlines are finished, we're going to talk about rearing us some good old red-blooded American kids. That's what we're going to talk about.
You people.
All right.
And by which I mean you people.
Here we go. It is time for our sponsor. And by sponsor, I mean the charity, the nonprofit, whoever it is that we are promoting this week to try and see if you got a little scratch or a little bit of free time, maybe you can help them out. If you can't, that's okay, because everybody's struggling these days.
Mm-hmm. And this is...
I got to fix that. There we go. Boom,
this
right
is
over there.
Miranda's Rescue. Miranda's Rescue is in the mid-coastal California region. They're sort of out of Santa Barbara-ish, kind of. And currently, that part of the world is absolutely on fire. We have wildfires. The closest wildfire to us in San Diego is probably about 7 miles away, if it still exists, but I don't think it does. And yet, today, the air quality notice was poor air quality and stay inside. Now, Miranda's Rescue has a fire line that is, I think, maybe 3 miles or so from them. They're right in the middle of everything, and they are currently helping rehome or temporarily rehome farm animals, all animals in general. This came to us from Kim Hansen, who's in the chat room tonight, and they are rehoming lots of animals who are being displaced because of the wildfires. And I think that this is an incredibly, incredibly generous and lovely thing. So if you guys can help them, we always donate. At the end of the week, we always donate to the rescues that we promote. If you guys can't donate, and because these are crazy times, go ahead and share this, because they're doing great work, and they're really working to do working really hard to maintain as much normalcy as they can, so they can.
Oh, come on! Look at just just a few of our dogs. Let's take a look at. Oh my God! Look at Gordy. Come on, Gordy. Oh my God, Gordy! If we had a bigger home, I would come and get you right now. Yeah. That's a good-looking buddy right there. Although he probably also has diarrhea. I think all dogs have diarrhea right now.
Right now, all of them in our house for sure do.
And then there's cats, and you know what I want to see? Other animals. What is the other animal category? What do we got? We got a goat.
I mean, I don't. Is that a goat?
It looks like in the goat family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe a mini horse.
A sheepy mini horse goat. They only have you know what? There's only one animal in there, and then a sanctuary. Look at this. Oh my God, who is this guy?
That's Howie. It's Tonka.
Tonka. What the hell is that? What is this? Is that a camel? That's a camel. Who is a camel?
Like
what is
I
that?
said, this is a farm rescue. Another farm. I know we did.
This is like a drug lord animal rescue. Do they also have a Bengal tiger and a liger, for Christ's sakes? What else they got in there? Jesus. What else we got? What is this? Oh, that's just a rabbit. Okay, you guys cannot take that home and eat it. That is a pet. Back to the main. Let's get into the GSMOAT, ladies and gentlemen. It's time.
That is a cow, Nelson says. That's what I thought. I just started typing. I was like, I don't really know.
That is Miranda's Rescue. We'll talk about them again on Thursday. And in case nobody's mentioned it to you today, every stinking one of you is absolutely fantastic. If you are struggling right now with the lockdowns, the COVIDs, the layoffs, the politics, the election, all the stuff, just remember, you were smart enough to join the Church of Siglerism, which means you're a sharp cookie and a bright light bulb. Do you agree? Do you agree? Sharp cookie, bright light bulb?
Well, that part I totally agree, but there is no Church of Siglerism.
Oh my God. Yes, there is. Yes.
Not officially speaking, no.
Well, no, I haven't got my 501c yet, but it's coming. 501. It's a 503c. What is it?
It's a 501c3.
501c3. The 501c3 for Siglerism, the nonprofit church of this beautiful bald dome right here. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming, and right now it's only breathing heavy, but we're getting there.
Daryl in the chat room mentions that he's in northern Indiana and he has had see smoke from the fires for the last 2 days. If you're not aware, Indiana not on fire.
Well, we are. Thank you, Brian Kane. It is the cult of Siglerism.
That's
also
what I
double happy
thought.
birthday.
It's the cult of Siglerism.
The cult. I'm happy for cults can be 501c, right?
I mean, no.
Well, we're going to change that. We're going to change that. What we need is for some of you to run for state rep and national rep and run for Congress, ladies and gentlemen, so that you
and the
may
iceberg
push.
is correct, though.
What?
The iceberg is correct. He says you're a junkie and they're therefore fundamentally awesome.
You are a junkie, therefore you're fundamentally awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Here we go. Whoops. Then we can turn that off. Let's take a look at the updated bracket. As you can see, we have our cutting edge technology for graphics production has produced an updated North Division, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of said graphic. The longest yard defeated the natural. That's right, a number 7 seed knocking out a number 2 seed, which effed up the leaderboard like nobody's business.
But it didn't. The longest yard ended up winning.
No, that's what I mean. The longest yard upsetting the natural.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Screwed up the leaderboard.
Sorry.
This is what we're going to go over tonight. Here we have a big one tonight. The Karate Kid Cool Runnings. I smell an upset. And by smell an upset, I mean I smell that Jamaican weed. This could be an upset. We don't know. And then Bull Durham against Real Steel, which I honestly have no understanding which way. So which way it's going to go. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Before we get into the games tonight, Game of Mao in clear possession of number 1. Still, if Game of Mao clears the table, will win the tournament, but it's very, very early. Dukes the Dreamer, bracket number 1 in any given Sigler, and that was hard. Oh, yeah. And Mr. Legower jumping in. Look at all the ties to number 2.
Tim is in the chat room.
Busey's best picks. The answer still, every time I see the name Busey, I think of my favorite Gary Busey line from DC Cab. It's fucking amazing.
Which is,
I don't know why women are upset. Well, hold on. I don't know why women are always upset. They got half the money and all the pussy. I'm like, that's a very interesting, that's a very good line. It's true. It's fact. And then,
is that a tip jar or a swear jar?
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I got to put $2. The Dolphin tied for number 2, and then the big jump down to number 11. But let's get through the games tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how this may change things. Let's get to our matchups. As we see, we had that. Now we've got, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I highly recommend everyone, if you are not married, marry an ex-bartender. If you are married and you are married to an ex-bartender, continue in that relationship. If you are married to someone who's not an ex-bartender, get divorced. Get married to an ex-bartender. Yes?
You could just encourage your spouse to learn bartending.
Or it's probably much more affordable.
Much more affordable and more fun. Much more fun.
Encourage your spouse, or you could learn bartending, you lazy sack of poo. You could learn your own darn bartending. I took a smarter route and married a former bartender, and it's working out famously for me.
Hey, Spiffle on Twitch, we can't tell what your true blue name is. So if you are interested in letting me know, I would love that. I'm trying to get a lot more familiar with our folks on Twitch. You can email me at info@emptyset if you don't want to say it here.
And we did forget.
But yeah, I put myself through college bartending. Well, I paid for a lot of things bartending. And if you want,
pay for assassination attempts?
No, but if you want, you can. Every Monday morning, I post a video tutorial of the drink that we are drinking on stream this week, and Scott is showing you. This is the.
It still says Miranda's Rescue, but this is ScottSigler.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is our El Floridita daiquiri, which we're currently drinking, and we'll be drinking on Thursday. I get just a few comments are starting to come in about the videos. Mostly everybody talks about my makeup.
Well, your makeup is fantastic.
Well,
It's
I
super
appreciate
fun.
that.
It's super
but
fun.
Yes, and I'm fine with that. You can continue to talk about my makeup if you want. I've answered a handful of emails about which products and all that stuff that I use. That said, if you have any requests for drinks, I think next month in October, it's either going to be tequila or whiskey, some kind of whiskey, I think. So,
But you guys go to ScottSigler.com, click on the video, click over to Facebook. I'm sorry, to YouTube, and you know what? Subscribe to A's feed, and click the bell icon, which I think is this some bitch over here?
oh, you just hit the big subscribe
Oh my
button.
God! You know what?
There's a big red
Your
subscribe
husband
button.
is not subscribed. Let's rectify this before I get my ass handed to me. Click subscribe, click that bell, click all, and then every Monday you'll be notified when this gorgeous piece of bartender jumps on to make you a drink, and it will be. I would like to point out I did thumbs up it though. I did do that. All right, back to me. Here we go. Back to the matchups. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go. What we're gonna do is going to talk about the matchups. Then A's going to read off the stats on those two movies. Then I'll talk about the second matchup, read the stats. Then we're going to come back. We're going to read the score. But first of all, we have to do our ad hoc improv ring walk up. And here it is. In the left corner, the number 1 seed, favored by many, to take the moat full of sports movies, the GSMOAT, and take the title. It is a man standing on a beach on a pylon for no particular reason with seagulls pecking at his testicles, and on the left part of the frame, an old dude, on the right part of the frame, a young dude, because that's how martial arts are taught. Hailing from the golden state of California, it is Ralph Macchio in The Karate Kid, and their opponent. In the white and snowy corner, it is 4 fellas from Jamaica and 1 guy from Canada getting together in a form of transportation that requires both gravity and ice and is therefore rather inefficient in sunny climates. It is Rocky on Ice. It is Walt Disney's Go That was a goddamn good walk-up right there.
That was a very...
I'm very impressed with myself.
That was a very lot of walk-up. So
I know that you guys don't hear this very often, but I am absolutely impressed with myself with that walk-up.
it's a rare thing. It's a rare thing for him to talk about his own excitement and his own existence. It's very, yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
All right. So the Karate Kid came out in 1984. As everybody who's listening to this knows, it stars Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita, Elizabeth Shue, and William Zabka as...
oh, yes. William Zabka.
Yeah,
there he is.
Yeah, well, the
That's
blonde there, yeah.
Yeah.
It was made for $8 million.
That's a bargain.
It was a bargain, and it made $100 million at the box office and got Oscar nominations and Golden Globe nominations for Pat Morita, which is lovely.
Oh, God. Pat Morita deserved it. He did that Happy Days thing, and which, you know, looking back in retrospect, Pat Morita's role on Happy Days, today I don't think you can make that. I don't think you can make that show today. But it wasn't that bad. And Pat Morita is a legend. Of course, did so much work in Hollywood. Did a great job as a character actor, and really came into he got his laurels, his kudos. Mm-hmm. Karate Kid was his jam. That was
exactly.
That was his jam.
Yeah, it's exactly what he deserved. Cool Runnings. It came out in 1993. Stars John Candy mostly. Dougie Doug shows up for a little bit, but mostly stars John Candy and unknown actors. It was made for $14 million. It ended up making $154.9 million at the box office, which is awesome. And it was the music in the film was by Hans Zimmer, and he won a BMI award.
What? Wait, what? Mm-hmm. Hans Zimmer did the music for Cool Runnings?
Cool Runnings was a huge deal back in the day. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, John Candy, I need a hat. I need a hat so I can take my hat and put it over my heart for particular individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, the talented Canadian actor John Candy of SCTV fame. Oh, keep going. You're doing great. Who went on to become one of the biggest box office stars in the history of the country that makes more maple syrup than any other country. He made millions and millions laugh. He also ate an awful lot and he was great. Because
he dug olives.
if you are from Canada and you don't eat enough maple syrup and pancakes to look like John Candy, then what's wrong with you? Hail to Canada. Hail to John Candy. Hail to Cool Runnings. All right. Thank you, babe. That was great. High five. Well done. Well done. Okay. Now let's get on to matchup number 2. Let's do our... Wait a minute. What did I screw up here? There we go. There we go. Here we go. Ad hoc, spur of the moment, ring walk-ups. Let's do it. In the right corner, it is the man who will always be known as Wolverine, who can also sing and dance, but no one gives a rat's ass when adamantium claws shoot out of your hands. He is posing with a robot that also mimics his every move because he was a boxer. He's super fun, seems like a nice guy, and maybe he deserves the win for this fantastic robot fighting movie. It is Hugh Jackman in Real Steel. And his opponent that believes in the hanging curve and the sweet spot and long, wet, slow kisses that last for 3 days. Also on our car hood, because that's what you did in the 80s with Susan Sarandon exposing her shoulder flash dance style. It is Susan Sarandon and Kevin Costner in one of the greatest baseball movies of all time, Bull Durham. That was even better than the last one.
Well, yeah. I was going to say that, but you're so humble that I didn't know how, but you took care of it for me.
I did.
So there you go.
I am en fuego. This evening. I'm cooler than the other side of the pillow.
So here's the thing. Bull Durham came out in 1988. It, of course, stars Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins.
Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins meet on this set, and they marry. And
they're
they
married?
have children. They're no longer married, but they were married for quite a good long while.
How many kids did they have?
I think just one.
Did they use Velcro suits and troughs?
I do not know them, so I have no idea.
Okay. I would like to think that they did.
And, this now, if celebrities have babies now, like Chrissy Teigen is currently pregnant.
Yeah.
I think they would share a lot more on social media, but there was no social media back there, so I don't know about the Velcro wall. But I can assume so, right? I mean, Tim Robbins made Jacob's Ladder. He's absolutely the kind of guy who would do.
Do you want to see my Jacob's Ladder impression?
We saw it on Thursday, but I absolutely need to see it again, yes. Good luck, you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, my Jacob's Ladder impression, because we all know that Jacob's Ladder and Susan Sarandon use a slingshot and strained peas to feed their child and or children. Introduce it, baby. Introduce it.
And in this corner, here is Scott Sigler doing his impression of Jacob's Ladder.
I'm sure you're all I have a headache, but you're all terrified.
Oh, Wolf, is it your birthday too?
Happy
Wolf?
birthday, Wolf.
Happy birthday, Wolf. The coach
birthday.
of the Wabash Wolf Pack.
Also, yes, Alan, my humility is humbling. It's very, very humble. I have a headache now, dude.
Well, yeah.
I've number 1, too much head banging. Number 2, too many shots to the head playing football. Number 3, too many times coming off the wrestling mat and smacking my head against cafeteria floors and gymnasium floors. I can't do that. The Jacob's Ladder impression comes at a terrible cost. Terrible cost. All right.
So next movie is Real Steel. This is quite a world apart from Bull Durham. Bull Durham 1988, Real Steel 2011. It stars Hugh Jackman and Evangeline Lilly. The budget was $80 million.
Wait,
and
what?
Yeah, and
Which one was $80 million? I got distracted.
Real Steel.
Okay, that makes sense.
So this matchup, the budget for Bull Durham was $9 million. The box office was $58 million. It had a handful of Oscar noms and Golden Globe noms, but it didn't win. Real Steel 2011, Hugh Jackman, Evangeline Lilly, budget $80 million because there's a lot of CGI.
Oh my God, so much. So much.
Box office, $299.3 million.
What?
And,
wait, what?
Yep.
Holy crap!
And Hugh Jackman won a People's Choice Award for this movie for Best Actor.
Oh my gosh!
But the most important thing about this movie, I think, or this matchup, I think, Tracy Shank, who I'm hoping, she's always in the chat room, I'm hoping she's here now. She posted something today, which I think is very interesting and relevant. She was like, dude, this is robots. This isn't sports. And I actually have this problem all the time with this bracket, and it's important to talk about. So for me, I've seen both these movies.
Okay.
Bull Durham's sort of soft porny anymore.
Oh,
it's a lot.
It's Susan Sarandon is milfing the crap out of that movie.
Well, in that
How is Real Steel not sports?
Well, she makes a good point because she's like, it's not it's robots fighting robots, right? This is the movie version of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah.
And that is the thing, right? That said, it's the same thing as a doctor doing digital guided robot surgery. It's really him. And you watch that happen and he suffers. He doesn't get the body blows quite the same way.
Right.
But he does do the fighting and stuff.
Well, they give a nice personality to the robot, which I haven't seen. I want to see it. But is that not like watching streamers, though? Streamers aren't actually playing the sport.
Exactly. But it's an interesting thing because we're having this, we're learning this sort of thing now as entertainment and humanity and technology advances, that there's always going to be a moment where, I have she's in the chat room. My very good friend Maria worked for years for for a gaming company, and they were big in esports.
Yeah, actually, Maria taught me a lot about...
Me too, a whole lot.
A lot about esports, because, of course, I was very dismissive. Listen, y'all. I did the real sports, where someone's punching you in the mouth and you're missing pieces of teeth, and that's how you know that shit is real.
Right.
It's real, son. It's real.
But
and
here's the thing,
I
Maria,
didn't realize till she explained it, that, what is the difference?
Well, she literally had a World Series, like a global competition.
Yeah. What's the name of that game? Do you remember?
Smite is the name of the game that she worked on.
Smite.
She no longer does that today. Well, sort of does that today, but she would run a world competition where people would gather in person. So people would gather in person to game, but people would also gather in person to watch. And to be honest, I have to say, I'm not really sure there's any difference between sitting in a stadium watching esports and me sitting in a stadium watching, humans, except I have a better view.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, basically, when you think about it, you can watch the NFL, and every single player in the NFL can easily do stuff that every single person watching this cast or speaking on a microphone cannot do. They are literal superhumans. Now, I'm not saying they're Ultron superhumans, but they are effing superhumans. So you're watching people do stuff that most of the billions of people on this planet can't do, and you're watching them because they can do this crazy special stuff. And in a way, that's really not all that different from esports. You are watching other people do a thing, be in a contest, and see who's better. And esports, it's a bigger issue. We'll get into it some other time. But there is a thing that
I'm finding, and I don't know if it's because I am of a certain age or anything, but I am starting to, or that I've been locked down for 6 months, who knows. I am starting to realize some of my, what I'll call held beliefs, are not actually things I hold. They're just things that are there right now. And then when you actually think them through, like I said, when Maria was running this entirely huge event for video, for somebody to come to a giant amphitheater that holds 50,000 people or 25,000 people to watch somebody play a video game.
Yep.
I didn't mean to be dismissive, but I'm not going to lie.
I was completely dismissive.
Well, but I'm not sure I meant that. You did, but I also didn't ever play real sports, so you may have a different opinion. But the reality is you get just as much of an adrenaline rush. You get just as much.
Well,
it's not all that much different than us sitting in our living rooms watching football, which we all, some of us did this weekend. We're not doing it. We're just watching it.
The NFL is back. We'll talk about this more some other time, ladies and gentlemen. But I will quickly tell this. There's two things that I have done in my life where I thought I knew everything. I do know everything. There were 2 times I was mistaken. Okay, so I know everything, but 2 times I thought I knew everything and I was wrong. Number one is the first time I saw karaoke covered on CBS News way, way, way back when. And it was like a comedy piece, like, look what the wacky Japanese businessmen are doing all the way on the other side of the world. And I watched and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And that may work for their culture. That'll never catch on here. Karaoke will never catch on in America. I said that. I may have been mistaken. The other thing I did, I was at a
your wife loves karaoke.
Oh, I love it. I love it too. But I'm just saying the first time I saw it covered, I didn't think it would catch on. The other one is the first time I was at a Dragon Con, really early in the days of esports and streaming, and I walk by a room and it's packed. There's people backed up out the door, and I'm like, what's going on in there? And I ask someone in line, what's going on? And they're like, oh, they're watching so and so play a video game. I'm like, wait. Is everybody in there playing the video game? They're like, no, they're watching someone play a video game. And I'm like, oh, this is completely stupid. And this will never catch on. Watching other people play video games will never catch on. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Here we go. Which one? Just do this one first. We have 15 minutes left.
Oh, I'll also say, because of the controversy from last week, I have counted these 5 times.
Amy Reed, tennis is not a real sport. It's ping pong while standing on the table. Sorry.
It's not.
It's okay. So, no, of course it's a real sport. It's an amazing sport. Here we go. Yes, Nelson.
SIGLERfest karaoke is the best karaoke.
Those of you who never made it to a SIGLERfest, I feel bad for your soul. Enjoy hell, because it's hot. Let's get into it. Our number 1 seed against our number 8 seed. And we have the results. A stoppage in the second round, 1 minute and 12 seconds, hailing from the state of California by a score of 56-29. Moving on to the second round. Sorry it's so cold up there with the Canadians in the snow. The winner is the Karate Kid.
Now, any of you who revisited this post today will know this is not a surprise.
It was not a surprise.
Oh my goodness.
We all knew it was going to be a first round.
So many votes for karate.
We knew it would be a first round crane kick to the chops. Or is this a leg sweep? Maybe you think this is a leg sweep?
Oh,
or
sweep the leg! Sweep the leg!
Sweep. There's 2 band names I'm super pissed somebody already took. Number 1 is sweep the leg. Number 2 is shoot the glass. And I actually played a show with shoot the glass. And I was very, 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 very jealous. Let's get into our other one. Here we go. We have a decision in the 4-5 seed matchup between Bull Durham and Real Steel. 3 judges have scored it a split decision. The judge from Argentina scores it 48-33. The judge from Topeka scores it 48-33. And the judge from Belgium scores it 82-0. A split decision for the winner. A new 4-5 seed winner it is, Bull Durham.
Dum dum dum.
Fabulous. There we go. Let's go to the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. We do this live because this is a very, very high tech show.
Oh yeah.
Very, very high tech. We have to go here, and then we go here.
There's a crazy screenshot.
If we have time, I'm going to show you shaking the drink because I'm so enamored right now. I'm so enamored. I'm not enamored with you all the time or anything, but now I'm very enamored. So we're going to go cool Karate Kid by a score. You vamp.
Okay, so you guys, because Nelson was so gracious to ask if there was maybe some collusion there. I'm in the midst of going over all of these results because, as you can see right now, Scott is actually putting in the actual vote count there because that somehow might matter. So I'm gonna do that for every single thing in this bracket. I just haven't had the time to go all the way back through because I wanted to make sure I understood what I was doing. But by the time we meet on Thursday, I will have gone in and verified all of these because that's the only. I know it's Facebook and I know this is for fun, but that's the way to be fair about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
You ready? We're going to refresh the page. Let's take a look at where we were, ladies and gentlemen. We had Game of Mao and clear number 1. Duke's the Dreamer, Bracket 1, Any Given Sigler, and a whole passel of Siglerites, including Danny the Dolphin.
Can we find where I am?
Where you were?
Where I was.
Do you see? Tell me when you see your name. I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm tied for 20. I don't know my own people at all. I'm getting my ass whooped. Get that ass whooped, son.
Lord sakes alive. Look at this. Sakes alive. Lord sakes. Oh, my goodness.
To be fair, baby, where are you?
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
ABS winner.
I'm in 62nd place.
Tied for... No, you're clear, but you are in clear possession of 62nd place. Let's go.
Okay.
Ain't no
I love
motherfucking,
that.
ain't no motherfucking time with you in 60 seconds. You were on that shit, girl.
Such an inspiring thing. He's like, you have it, babe. You're 62nd, and it only is you.
Here we go. Let's refresh our winner. Let's refresh our leaderboard. Ladies and gentlemen.
Game of Mao.
Game of Mao continues to run that table. That was hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, Legauer up to tied for number 2. Busey's best picks. He's got half the money and all the pussy. Answer is always Bloodsport. The Dolphin, any given Sigler. Oh, and those are our leaders right there, ladies and gentlemen. You see, Game of Mao still in clear control of the board because Game of Mao has 31 picks left. Game of Mao's final 4 are Rocky, Caddyshack. Oh, shit. Game of Mao
swear jar.
has almost no Game of Mao has almost no chance to win this. One of Game of Mao's final 4s is already out of the picture. Let's take a look at that was hard. Oh yeah, Field of Dreams too. Field of Dreams. That was hard. You are screwed. Field of Dreams picked for the champion, already out of it. And then let's see. Legauer's in the catbird seat. In the catbird seat, dude.
Always. Have you met his spouse?
I have met both of them. They're both fantastic.
They're both always in the catbird seat because they have each other.
The answer is always Bloodsport. Also has Field of Dreams in the final 4, which means
Rob Otto?
You know, goddamn Danny the Dolphin, son of a bitch. That guy. I know he's gonna win his shit. He wins everything. I'm so sick of him winning all this stuff.
I'm in it to win it.
So sick of him. He wins all
I'm in
this
it
stuff
to win
all
63rd place.
Damn time. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
No, let's see where I am.
Oh, you sure?
I do. I need to.
You know I love you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you bumped up. Oh, look.
What?
Look. Son of Carolyn Irv has moved up to 17th place.
Okay, this was about me, though.
Well, to be fair, everything in this world is about
It's about
me.
you. Yeah, fair. At least on this cast.
Let's see
that's
where you're at,
true.
Sugar Plum. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Oh, you are. You know what?
I am no longer in clear possession.
You are in clear possession of
63rd
place.
No, and now I'm in clear possession of 63rd place.
63rd place. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We still have 7 minutes left, so we're going to go over to the score. No, Scott Pond. Hugh Jackman did not win, sadly, which is a bunch of bunk. He should win all of the stuff. All I know is Danny the Dolphin is going to wind up. He's going to be in like 7th place coming into the final 4, and then he's going to go ding, 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 and he's going to jump up to number 1. He wins all the stuff.
Right. He wins all the stuff. He's also got his finger on the pulse in Siglerism sports, because of his job.
He is an agent. He is the best agent in the world of Siglerism, so there's really nothing. Sean Dyer says his score potential is 69. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have time, Joshua Lawyer. Send your questions in the chat room right now. Let's get into it. But first of all, Joshua Lawyer says, I'm going to do Joshua Lawyer in well-schooled British actor voice. Ready?
I guess.
Against the recommendation of Scott, Andrea and I tried cracking rum. Not great. But it was not as bad as he suggested it was. Of course, Andrea did not agree. She didn't care for it. I didn't mind, but I still prefer the captain.
So listen, Andrea's a friend of mine. She's a smart, solid, assuredly sound human and a lovely person and a gorgeous woman. And I agree with her assessment. I'm not going to lie.
Amy, happy birthday, Amy. From your bro
birthday.
Mario says it's your birthday and says you just showed up. So we want to wish you a happy goddamn birthday. That's what's up. All right. Mm-hmm. What do we got in the chat room? Got any questions? Let's see.
What do we want you to draw next? I've been really enjoying those.
Yeah.
Margaret was lovely because Margaret, so if you're not familiar or you don't follow Margaret on Facebook, she has been sketching lots of Siglerism things. And just recently you posted the Margaret Montoya, and it was haunting. It was lovely because, of course, she has gone through so many things, and you in your line, you see that in your drawing, the lines in her face and the existential angst. And I had not really envisioned that before, so I sort of loved that one a whole lot. I'm really enjoying your triangle, the one that's on the iPad. That one's also really great. But I completely second John's.
I got a challenge for you. You're gonna have to dig deep. You may have to email John Viscar on this. I'm not sure. I would like to see your vision of a Lee Key, the Leekee, the sports journalist. Coral Biter, I think is his name, from the GFL series. That's what I'd like to see, your vision of what elite key is. There's a good one on Siglerpedia. However, God darn it, baby. Let's go to another question. I'll pop it in my head. There's another aquatic race that I'm drawing a blank on right now. Anyways, we'll come back to it.
But I do also love Beth Copenhaver's recommendation of Farm Girl. That would also be fun to see Kayla Myers, because you're so good at the actual characters who have a lot of depth.
I gotta say
that
it's great to see Scott Pond back in the mix.
Oh yeah,
The
Scott,
Pondy, the man,
I know,
the myth, the legend.
I know.
Real quick, I don't think Scott Pond has got a chance to bask in his glory at all. So let's see if we can find it. Book promo, real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at what Scott Pond.
The cover of the Stonewolves by L.A. Draws and Scott Pond is so sexy, so sexy. That man in that picture
Wait, this way
is going to change. What are you doing?
I'm like pumping up the image.
Oh, wait. This the gentleman on the cover of this book is going to absolutely rock your GFL Sigler junkie.
Yeah, y'all are not
world.
ready.
You're not ready.
Y'all are not ready.
You're not ready for the Stone Wolves. It is straight baller. All right. Kelbringer. Yes, Steve Rickyberg. Thank you very much. So that is what I'd like you to draw is John.
Oh yeah, red.
The
man.
leaky, and then there's
Sherry.
the other amphibious species. I think
Not
with the
the
tower Witokian. Yeah, that's it.
Sean also said Wittok.
The Witokians, which are that is probably the most challenging thing to draw in the Siglerverse, is the Witokians. You're gonna have to look it up. Let's get on to questions. Howard Dentale is just clapping. He's very happy.
It is gorgeous.
Whatever we're doing, very, very happy. Do we have any questions, baby? We have time. Do you want to look up one question real quick?
Sure.
Fuzz Bubbles, Sigler and Hutchins a truce? Never. Not one day. I used him. I paid him, but I used him for his talent because I knew we could put a great book together. That was gross. I knew, but I tell you what, when his book comes out, we're
nothing
but
classy, you guys.
We're going to settle our business.
Nothing but classy.
Our business.
Let's see. Let me call up the
Stone Wolves, you guys. I'm going to go back to it. This is now. What do I do with it, baby? There it is. This is now. I'm almost finished with it. I'll probably finish tomorrow, the next day. It's now 130,000 words. It was supposed to be 100. It was supposed to be a 40,000 word novella. Now you're getting 3 times that. It is so girthy and so thick and so turgid and veiny and swollen that I can't even describe. But the end of this, I will tell you guys this. I pride myself on over-the-top endings, because if you're going to take your time to read my books, listen to my books, if you're going to take your money to buy my stuff, and I hope you do, I treasure your time more than anything, and I like your money too, don't get me wrong. But I prize myself as I want you to get to the end of a Sigler book and be like, you know what, I would have paid 5 times what I paid for that, because that ending was holy shit. So bug nuts crazy. I didn't see that coming, even though he showed me every step of the way. The Stone Wolves is the most bug nuts crazy ending of a book I have ever done. And I honestly believe, baby, the only thing that will top it is GFL 8. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Daniel Williams looking for a Mount Fitzroy update. Thank you for a question. Thursday. Tune in Thursday. We have so much Mount Fitzroy news.
All publishing news.
It's all publishing. GFL 6. I don't know why I'm showing one with my pinky. GFL 6, Mount Fitzroy. Anything else, Sweet Pea?
No, Stone Wolves, but those are all combined. GFL 6 and Fitzroy will both have updates on Thursday.
Yep.
They are not bad, but they are also not wonderful.
There we have some bad news. Yes, Rob Otto says novella. Yep, correct. It's actually 4 novellas in the price of 1. Mm-hmm. Alan Sloan asks, "Are there any crossovers of Seventh Son?" No, there are no crossovers unless Hutchins snuck something in that I wasn't aware of. Joseph Anderson says my hair is looking good. He said that's very nice. Actually,
I think it was me.
Yeah.
I think it was me.
He did say that was you.
Yeah.
When is Stone Wolves off Basel? We don't know. We haven't quite got to that phase yet, but as soon as we have that information, we will let you know. Danny Lundy says, when are we going to be able to purchase the novellas as Dead Tree books? Tune in Thursday, Danny Lundy, because
we won't have that answer, but we'll have more information.
They are a-changing, and the blues is going on for the publishing industry, because shit is going out of business. And we love you all, but it's time for us to kiss off into the skin.
So we will see you guys on Thursday.
Whoa,
You can, if you have any questions about SIGLERinPLACE, if you have any suggestions, if you have any charity suggestions, if you have any concerns, if you anything about us, email me at info@emptyset. This is the best way to get me information. I just told you that my Facebook is a quagmire. Email me at info@emptyset.
It's true.
Send in content ideas, questions, all that jazz. Nonprofit sponsor ideas.
Yep. And we will be back Thursday, September 17th. That day is Constitution Day in the U.S. The final version of the U.S. Constitution was signed on this day in 1787. And I don't want to get political, but it's really weird to be a moderate in the middle, watching people decide which part of the Constitution they're going to follow, and the other side which part of the Constitution they want to follow. So it's Constitution Day. Read the goddamn Constitution. It's not going to hurt you. It takes literally like 20 minutes, tops.
Right before our sign off, I will say, Carlo, you can get Earthcore on iTunes, Amazon, or Audible.
Yes, son. Get it. Get that. Okay, until then, baby.
We want you, please, to stay safe.
To stay smart.
Stay science.
And for the love of science, we want you to stay informed. Listen to people who have studied stuff their whole life, not people who have suddenly decided they are an internet expert in subject X because they just want to be. Anything else, baby?
You guys make our quarantine better too, Smorg.
We're
going to give you a big dating game kiss.
Publishing blues are getting me in my short and curlies because I'm sad because I got to publishing blues. And then we smooch you away.